Okay. We live? Yes, we are live. Perfect. Hi everyone. We're back from TwitchCon. I know it's yes, we didn't say I didn't stay the whole day. I left early because the convention is barely ending right now. But that's okay. I had a good time there and I wanted to sort of yap about it while we make a new song. Cuz holy crap, man, I gotta share some stuff. But I'll give a little bit of time for people to come in, because I know it's been a while, and I know this is sort of an impromptu stream. We'll be going over some of the more main details on Monday. I'm doing this mainly because I want to write this song, and I'll get into sort of the reasoning behind that. But what I also wanted to do was sort of take some time to sort of get my thoughts in order for the TwitchCon vlog that I'm going to be making. So I'll sort of be listing everything out here that happened in linear order. There's no footage at the moment for me to share. I know last time we did this, I streamed Monday, I think, and had footage to share. It's still on my GoPro sitting in here. Actually, here, let me pull it out, actually. I lost my GoPro. No, here it is. It's right here. The memory stick is still in here, so I haven't gotten a whole lot of footage out of it. I haven't gotten any footage out of it yet. But I thought I would share my TwitchCon lanyard, because first off, it says Time Traveler TTV. This is very exciting. I'm going to go ahead and change screens very quickly so we can sort of have more of a moment to chat. Oh, hang on. It says TTV. There we go. There's the front. We got a pin that says musician and developer up here. Obviously, because we do music and game development stuff on the channel, which is very cool. I haven't actually... Okay, that just made me think that I haven't done a... I'm not going to continue that statement. I've got some stuff in the works, fellas, and I can't share it at the moment. Man, if I could, I would, but I can't. It's secret. I'm working on stuff that you're not allowed to know about. Okay, so first things first. Bug was staying at my house from Wednesday until a couple hours ago, or I guess until this morning. That was fun. I guess to start off sort of the vacation, picked him up on Wednesday afternoon, went to went to Universal Studios same night. It was a 4.5-hour drive to Universal. Not fun, but yeah. We did Halloween Horror Nights, which was really fun. We were mainly there to do FNAF. And you can, if you want to see my reactions to it, I have a video up on the Light channel. Speaking of which, hang on, let me go ahead and run that command. Is it gonna work? It should have worked. Oh, I think I changed it. Dang it. I think I changed the command. Hang on. Let me try a different one. What's up, Buster? Welcome on in. We're talking about TwitchCon. Hang on. I gotta actually check to see what this command is because I don't remember. I believe it's through Nightbot that I did this. Yeah, I changed it. It's YT2. There we go. So if you want to check out a video of my reactions for Halloween Horror Nights, it'll be on the Light channel. I believe it was the last video I uploaded too, so it's fresh. You can see that. Jarvis, pull up the clip. So unfortunately, I don't have any clips to show from the current vlog. It is still all on my GoPro, and I haven't taken the SD card out to properly start importing footage. And that'll be a tomorrow thing. I literally just sat down and wanted to go live because we got a new song to write, and I want to share that after we finished talking. But so Wednesday night we did Universal Studios. We did the FNAF house. We looked around. It was Bug's first time in the Hogwarts land. So we really spent some time there and just taking in the sights. He's not that into horror, so we didn't really do much besides the FNAF house. We were going to do the Fallout house, but it kind of sucked. And so he was like, yeah, if it sucks, then we're not going to do it. Bro pulled up the frowning emoticon. I'm sorry, Buster. I don't have it. Unless you want to watch it from the back of my camera like this. Like, what? Like, I can't do anything about that. But yeah, that was Wednesday. We got home at like midnight. It was fine. Last time I did that, I got home, or I went to bed at 2 a.m. Drove back the next day to work, which was not fun because I had to go all the way from LA back home. And besides that, so that was Wednesday. Thursday, Bug and I were walking around a mall. We were looking for some fun stuff to get friends. Sure, I'm not gonna do that. I don't think it's even gonna come through clearly. We're not doing that. I'll watch it like that. I'm sure you will. Unfortunately, I can't do that. I don't think you can watch videos on the actual thing. I think I have to take out the SD card and actually properly hook it up. Alright, what time? I am exhausted. So, Thursday was badge pickup. We walked around the mall for a little bit until we got to the convention center. Bug and I were pretty much chilling. We were planning on meeting up with some friends. Strawberry Moon. And yeah, so we ended up doing that for a little bit. I had to sidetrack. I had to get something. I had to run something over to my brother as well, so I couldn't stay forever. That night, we went to Korean barbecue as well. Jonah, Fran, Bug, and I. That was fun. That was just something I wanted to do. After that, we went home. Bug and I watched the 100 or 1,000 player Civilization video by Ish, and holy crap, that was fantastic. I really liked that video, and the storylines that were in there were really good. Cinematography, fantastic. You had to love some characters, you had to hate some characters. It was good. And after that, something was on my mind that I couldn't get rid of, so I started to write a song about it. And I was like, okay, sure. I ended up staying up until around like 3:30 in the morning, writing that song. And then Friday rolled around, day one of the convention. Day one was pretty chaotic, I will not lie. We started out with the opening ceremony, with a huge rave that was pretty fun. The floor of the room was physically bouncing up and down. What was I gonna say? We were on the second floor for that, so you could physically feel it, like giving out under the weight of people, like, raving and stuff. That was pretty funny. Then after that, Bug and I ran down a couple blocks to go meet up with someone that he's content creator that he's been wanting to meet for a while, Diana the Rose. He'll talk more about that. I was just sort of there to join him along. I got to meet her too. She's nice. After that, we went back to the convention center to do. There was one. We're doing something. Was it a meetup? No, it wasn't a meetup. Let me take a look at my phone schedule because that'll tell me. What did we do on Friday? There was something that we had to get back for. Oh, we had to get back for the Hermitcraft panel. And that was really fun. So, at the Hermitcraft panel, we talked about, or the Hermits talked about, sort of their past experiences, what makes Hermitcraft so great, and what makes their connection to each other and the server really fun, and sort of their approaches to Minecraft, which was great. And then after all that, we learned the date of season 11, November 8th is when the season starts. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And then they went and shared mood boards. And I was like, oh, this is actually really cool. I like this idea. And so we were talking, or they were talking about sort of their base ideas and sort of what they were going for. And Ren said something that really like just opened a canal in my head. He talked about how his base for the season is going to be more fantasy based and inviting magic into Minecraft. And I turned to Bug. I was like, I have an idea. I need to draw this out. So by the end of we got home later that day, and I drew out a base design for Lunchbox for the next season of Lunchbox when we start that in December. Just generically, what I'm trying to go for is a base sort of framed by leaf canopies. With where's my pencil? With pools of mysterious glowing pools, basically surrounding the path leading up to the base. I have more designs in mind. I will jump on those later. This was just something that I sketched out in literally 15 minutes. Because I was sitting on that idea all day. And so, yeah, Friday, at the end of Friday, we met back up with Strawberry Moon, and we walked around the convention center looking for a little shoulder Pokemon. I got an Umbreon right here. Actually, let's put him on my shoulder very quickly. And so then we met up with some other people, like River Koi, Mello, people from Moon's community. That was really nice that we were able to jump in with them. I like him. I don't have a name for him yet, so I don't know if anyone is interested in naming him, but yeah. I would like for him to sit on my shoulder properly, but for some reason that cannot seem to happen. Okay, there we go. So after that, we, here, hang on, it's bothering me that we're still in the music category. I need to change that very quickly, and then we'll go back to the music. So I'm like, wow, we are chatting here for a while. Bro's magnetic, he is. He sits on my shoulder through a magnetic pad in my shirt right now. So we did that. Unfortunately, we weren't able to find them on Friday night, but we walked around for a bit of the convention center, just having fun. Before Bug and I had to split ways and go find Fran for the night. So then on to day 2, which was Saturday. Okay. Saturday is a little bit of a mess for me because I'm having trouble remembering stuff. I spent Friday night doing the exact same thing, and I was writing music again because there was just something that was prying on my mind, and so I did that until 3 a.m. again, and eventually I was able to. Hang on, let me look at my agenda just to remind myself what we did yesterday. Okay, I remember. So we started the day sort of just wandering around and having just a chill time. We were walking more around the expo hall and trying to find stuff, as well as Artist Alley. So we got some stuff from Loot Cave. Actually, wait, was it Saturday? No, I completely missed something. So on Friday, after the Hermitcraft panel, we met up with our good friend Charcoal. And we had a nice lunch as well as meeting up with her and her partner Job. And after that, or during that actually, we saw Swagger Souls of all people just walk out of the convention center and right past us. And Bug just goes, "Hey, are you Swagger Souls?" He's like, "Yeah, bro." He was like, "Can I get a picture?" I was like, "Sure." So he was polite enough to take a picture with us for. Hang on, he's bothering me right now. I need to find a way how to sit down. Okay, it's a little better. So we were finding. So he was. We were able to take a picture with him, and that was pretty fun. And that was Friday. Sorry, I completely missed that. Saturday though, we started the day pretty tame. We didn't really have anything that we were doing immediately. Our first session was at 11:30, which I went to. Bug wasn't really interested in going. It was the art of interactive Twitch streams, which, I mean, it's fun having people engaged. That's why the Burger Kicking is still here. I learned a lot of stuff in that panel that will be making revamps to the channel here. So things will be changed in the near future. You'll see like subtle changes and stuff like that. After that, I went to go find Bug again, and we had to go to a meet and greet. Or no, we had to go to a meetup, a community meetup. Except my Bug didn't want to go to the panel. making Twitch streaming more interesting. I will say this. So he felt incredibly invigorated to do better on Twitch because of TwitchCon. I'm like, okay, yeah, no, me too. Like, I want to push hard. He's like, we're both like, yeah, we're gonna strive for partner this year. It'll be great. And we're both trying to do our best to maintain both platforms. Obviously, keep the content unique, but also try and like straddle both platforms the best we can. That's why we dual stream on both platforms, and we will still make YouTube videos. Well, we try to at least. So at 1:30 on Saturday, we went to a meetup called Streamers X Game Devs Community Meetup, powered by Roblox. I don't know what I thought going into this, but my thoughts were, okay, maybe I'll meet some game devs there, actual game devs there, and maybe like we'll have a good. I'll be able to like throw my hat in the ring for like a project or two. That's not really what it seemed. So when I got there, what ended up happening was, I ran into a. Okay, we got ads. All right, we will worry about the ads. We'll continue the story after the ads. I'm just going on a little rant for a second. The Emiru situation, absolutely horrendous. It should not have happened in the first place, and I think Twitch convention staff needs to be seriously upgraded for the next convention, because it was absolutely unacceptable what happened. If you're not familiar, basically someone jumped the line in Emiru's meet and greet on Friday morning, went up and forced his way to try and kiss her, and I think her personal security had to shove him off of her, and he was just able to walk out. Like, actually walk out of the convention center before anything happened. And then I think I was watching like a quick like catch up on like her stream that she did like yesterday, and the basic premise was that like she said that like Twitch staff didn't really do anything, and Amazon basically said, yeah, he's banned for 30 days. And I'm like, everyone was like, 30 days? Really? Banned use of the platform for 30 days? That's the best you're gonna give him? Eventually, I think it was moved up to he was indefinitely banned. Welcome back, everyone. We haven't moved on from the story. I'm just ranting about some drama that happened at TwitchCon, specifically about the Emiru situation. But we're back, so we can continue. If we have another ad break, I will continue the rant, and another one that I have. Yeah, another one that I have. So yeah, we went to the Streamers X Community Meetup. There's a like button, smash the subscribe button, hit that bell. Exactly. We're not live on YouTube, but yeah, do all those things. Do all those things. So yeah, we were watching. We went to the meetup, and usually what I like to do is I like to jump in. Even though I'm a very socially anxious person, there's something about just like jumping into a conversation and being like, "Hey, mind if I join in?" Hi, and then introduce myself. I'm Time. I do this, this, and this. But the problem that I had with that particular meetup is that it wasn't exactly what I was looking for. First off, I mean, we met Roblox devs, like actual platform devs, and I'm like, okay. And then we met streamers affiliated with Roblox officially, and I'm like, okay, so what you're telling me is that there's no devs here. Like, once again, I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't this. So, yeah, that happened. And needless to say, after like 20 minutes, we walked out. It wasn't all that. So then, after that, Bug and I decided to head down to the expo hall floor in preparation for our meet and greet with Cub Fan, Good Times to Scar, Ren Dog, and Fall Cemetery. And we got there about 45 minutes early. Our our meet and greet times started at 4. We got there around maybe 3:25 or so. Like it was somewhere in there. It was very early, and the line was already like halfway, or the line was already decently started. So we sat there for like 45 minutes or something before they opened up the line, and it took us 2 hours to get in order just to get a picture with them. Now here's my complaint with the TwitchCon meet and greets. If you're unfamiliar, they are on a reservation system. You have to reserve a spot for the people that you want to meet with, and you only have, I believe, 3 options. The way that works is you sort of tier list them. So this is who I want to see most of all, this is who I want to see second, and this is who I want to see third. And then there is a raffle system that you have the chance of meeting these people. So Bug put in a #1 raffle. His top pick for the meet and greets were the first set of hermits, which were I believe Pearlescent Moon, Impulse, Skiz, Tango, and Gemini Tay. So he did that. He did not get it. I was like, that's really weird. That must mean they're like really popular. So I was able to get my #1 spot, which was the second meetup with the hermits, and it was atrocious. What they did was they split the. Let's imagine. I don't even know like how to do this. Here, let me go ahead and let's open MS Paint very quickly. I did not mean to trigger that. Sorry. Okay, yeah, let's go to gaming. So let's imagine the line like this. Let's say red is the front, orange is the second, yellow is the middle, blue is the second to last, and let's say dark blue is that. So this is the line, and this right here is the start point. And the whole meet, this line goes on for like several, like it wraps around itself. And I'm like 80% sure, or I'm sure that like 80% of that was for the hermits. I'm gonna shrink that very quickly because I am pale. So here's what ended up happening. We got in and they filed us like this into lines. Red, orange, yellow, green. Obviously this isn't exactly how it was, but this is literally the exact like way that this worked. I'm gonna go ahead and put lines like this so that you know sort of which direction it's going. Okay. And this is all around the meet and greet area, which is like this. And then there's a small section over here for like storing lines. The way that this ended up going was we had a line like this, and the hermits were right here. This is how they pulled the line. This, followed by this, followed by this. Oh, hang on. Followed by this, followed by this, this, and then this. Now, how does that seem fair? The red people were the ones that got in line first. Bug and I were around like maybe the yellow line. So we were somewhere around here. ended up right here, and then somehow ended up like back here. This is completely unacceptable. The people that were waiting first ended up getting last in the line. Meanwhile, the whole queue is still like... Hang on, I hit the wrong button. The rest of the line is like this. All the way back here and lined up against the, against the railing, because people still had... There were other people still meet and greet. Like, I think XQC was right here. And then Ludwig was right here. But Ludwig was like last minute, so people were able to walk in on that. Oh, which brings me to another complaint. Walk-ins. There are a huge problem with walk-in people. If some reservation slots aren't full for certain streamers, you have the ability to show up like day of and get to meet them if they are listed. These hermits were not listed, and yet people were still able to walk in and just sort of appear in the line, making it even more sticky. It took us 45 minutes to even get a fraction closer, like right here. A whole 2 hours just to meet them, which I don't mind. In all honesty, I don't mind if it weren't for the reservation system. You have a system in place to prevent this from happening. They even extended it by an extra hour outside of their time slot. The hermits were so kind to do that, and the staff still could not get their heads together. Eventually, here's what happened. We were told, or the general idea going up was, oh, you can like say hi, you can get like them, all four of them to sign like something for you, and you can get a picture with them. Okay, makes sense. By the time we reached here, like right before we were about to go, it was announced, hey, okay guys, you can only get one signature. Take a picture and then leave. Not even 5 minutes later, it was, okay, no signatures, no conversation, picture, get out. I'm like, what? Mind you, it is 7 p.m. or 6 p.m., the end of our allotted time slot. And the line is not that much different from just this section here. Because people... It's stupid. Like, it's actually inefficient. So, what ended up happening was Bug and I got out of there. We got our picture. 2 whole freaking hours to get just a picture. After we got reserved slots, we were decently towards the front and ended up getting just fucked and put all the way in the back. I'm like, why even bother? What is the fucking point? So, needless to say, if you want to get into one of these meet and greets, come later. You might have better chances showing up later than the people who actually waited. I'm being salty. The hermits were fantastic. I'm so glad I got a picture with them because, frankly, they're one of the few groups that I actually want to get a picture with. And yeah, I think it was just overall, it was a good time. We got to meet people in line, and we're lucky that we got into a spot that we did because the people around us were pretty friendly and were open to chatting. Chatted with them for a whole 2 hours. That was fun. After that, we had a community meetup scheduled for like West Coast meetup. We just said no, we're done. Like, this was already such an abysmal 2 or almost 3 hours, over 3 hours. We were just like, no, like, we want to go home. So we did. And what did we do? I think, yeah, we went home, had dinner, and then we watched Kingsman. I will not lie. Saturday, I was running on like 2 to 3 hours of sleep. I passed out during the movie. You can ask Bog and Jonah. I passed out. I went to bed early. And that brings us to today. So today, Sunday, we didn't really have a whole lot on the schedule. What we did have was MCC, a music community meetup, that was for me, and then a Marvel's community meetup, which was more for Bug. We watched MCC. It was so fun. We rooted for the Pink Parrots, and I'm so glad they won. Because holy crap, my goats! Woohoo! Um, they did a really fun like little storyline. Because this MCC was a little different. It was based around the Copper Age because that's the new release. And holy crap, it was just it was so silly, but it was so fun. After that, we met up with Strawberry Moon again, and some friends. I thought that would be the last time that I saw them because I had to get up to my community meetup. So I said goodbye and I left. Bug stayed with them. I did my community meetup. I met so many cool people. I spent a couple minutes before stream just following everyone and just like hammering that out because I followed maybe like 13 to like 16 different people alone from that specific group. It was a lot for me just meeting new people. That was way out of my comfort zone. And then I also followed everyone else that I met over the con. And yeah, so that was pretty much that. We ended the day. Our Bug didn't really want to go to the Marvels meetup anymore, so we decided to head out, go get food, and I took him to the airport, and that's where we parted ways. So, yeah, he should be flying right now. He should be somewhere in the air. I wonder if he's got Wi-Fi. Hi, Bug. I don't know if you can see this. But yeah, so after that, drove here, got set up for stream, and here we are. In all honesty, I think this weekend was a lot less eventful for me in the way of like content, but it was super meaningful for the way that I got to just hang out with friends. I would not have traded it for anything else. I feel like I spent enough time both networking as a creator and also just generally having fun with my friends and just walking around. It was really fun, and I'm really happy that the people that were there were able to make time to say hi and to be able to hang out with me. I am incredibly grateful for the friends that did. And yeah, that's that. So, I've been blabbering on about this song that I've been writing all weekend that has kept me up in the like late into the night, early into the morning. So, let's go ahead and let's talk about that. So, it's weird. Like a siren almost, I have had this song stuck in my head. I'm going to go and change the category very quickly before we talk. Well, hello. Let's not do that. I just want to change the category. Music. Whoop. Okay. So, this is a, I don't know how to put this, fellas. It's a love song. I think let's just put it that way. Let me make sure that my screen, that my windows are where they should be and that nothing is popping out, because that would be real embarrassing. Oh, yeah, better move that. That's just a pre-recorded window. Never mind. Okay, so this is a song that I've been working on all weekend. Okay, so here's how it started out. I've been doing this thing where I ask myself, how am I feeling? And sometimes it will be, I'll write it out sometimes in like notes, or I will write it out in music. I don't usually share that stuff because it's not interesting. I will sometimes just play a little bit of piano as like sort of a way to keep me practicing and to sort of express more like artistically. So most of the time it'll just be music in like a B minor key. Or in a C minor key. Because those are the keys I'm most familiar with. It's nothing too interesting. Sometimes it'll get turned into a full song. Like this time, but in all honesty, that's a rarity. Sometimes it'll just be in a random document somewhere. But so I was writing this song late into the night. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It was, I don't know what came over me to start writing this. I think it's best. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to solo this, and we're literally just going to hear how it started. So it was just me playing and just practicing, just doing some random stuff and seeing exactly where it went. I didn't think much of it, but something started forming in my head, I think around here. I was like, okay, yeah, no, I'm getting an idea from this. So I started writing it down. Mind you, this is all Thursday night that I was like starting this. Usually what'll happen in a process like this, because this isn't intended for an actual like song, I will sit at the piano for probably like 4 hours and just play. Some stuff will get recorded. Actually, it's all recorded, but whether I like it or not, like I'll go back and like I'll think about what I just wrote, and these tracks will be like minutes long. So like this one is a whole 3 minutes of just ideas, obviously with a break in between. But the way that it works is I have an idea and I sort of just play around with it. And I think on a couple occasions it would get like sometimes these singular MIDI files can get all the way up to like 42 minutes long depending on how I'm playing. But that's just me learning, picking up new skills on how to sort of express what I'm thinking and how that affects my mentality. So as you can see, we started coming up with chords, and the chords that stuck in my head. Actually, hang on, we came up with melodies first. This is me literally playing around, and it's just. Sometimes I'll step out of key, sometimes I will stay in key. I'll try some new stuff, just generally playing around and seeing like what ideas I can come up with. And then I wanted to try chords. I want to see what I could come up with. And I was really liking this chord progression of like stepping down. And I was messing around with these different chord progressions. And I started messing around with bigger chords. Because here's what I was feeling at the time. I was feeling a onslaught of emotions. I was feeling stuff that was so complex I could not even describe in words. So what I do, I started messing around with chords. I was playing with sevenths, sus9s, and I believe sharps somewhere. But this is sort of what happened. This is how my brain works. And I really want to share this because this piece is sort of really tied into that. So listen to these chords once again and just sort of see how they're built and how they're stacked. And once again, it's a lot of playing around. Figuring out what the sound is that I'm looking for. Because the truth is, most modern pop music is written with like 4 chords. And they're all just like built off of 3 notes each. So playing around with these different colors adds a real nice layer of excitement. Just generally playing around with stuff and seeing how stuff falls. Like we have like 5 different notes layered here, and it's so interesting. So we have a chord here. Let's do another chord. It's a little different. Something sounds a little sharp, but it resolves. And that's a point where I was like, ooh, I like that. So then I decided to try it again and write it down. And eventually what came from that was, okay, I think I'm ready to write a new song. So I ended up with this chord progression here. And I was like, okay, I really want these like clashing chord tones to really reflect the fact that that my brain is not comprehending exactly what it should be doing. And I was like, okay, what can I write out of this? Like, how can I like play off these chord design, play off these like really interesting chords and then like lyrically? So I wrote a song that night two. After building this beautiful chord progression, I sat down on a Friday night and started writing some lyrics. Uh, yeah, Friday night started writing some lyrics, and this is what it came out to. Here we'll play the full thing. It's not done. It's just verse one, chorus one, and like half of chorus two. Tonight I wanted to write more of it because I thought, yeah, tonight would be the perfect night to do that. So let's go ahead and let's just listen to this. Hang on, forgot to mute that part. That's not supposed to be there. That's not supposed to be there. I walk a path alone. Mind you, this is 2 a.m. vocals. I have known, walking on for hours, brushing past desires, but something's on my mind, and I can seem to find why the thoughts don't go away. I hope they're not. Music Sunday? Yeah, it's Music Sunday, Tyler. We finished ranting about TwitchCon, and I was talking about how I had this musical idea that would just not leave my head. Like, genuinely, it was bothering me. So I wrote it down, like, really late at night. And this is sort of what it is. Destiny, seeing how you shine somehow made me change my mind. I don't know how this feels, but I can tell it's real. Maybe if I'm not alone, you can show me the unknown. Oh, oh, I'd never chase a flame. I've burned too much from that game, but when I look into those eyes, something makes me want to try. And yeah, that's all I've got written for now. But I liked the idea, and I liked sort of where this was going, so I wanted to keep writing it. And we'll do something different tomorrow for Music Monday. I haven't decided what we're doing yet. Maybe we'll start a new track on the soundtrack side of things. Who knows? Maybe we'll start writing like some custom like lo-fi or like synthwave pop for the vlog. I think that'd probably be a cool idea for a Music Monday stream. But tonight I wanted to focus on this track that has been eating at me. And when I say eating at me, I mean like I physically could not sleep until I like started writing this down. And as my little note here says, yes, these were 2 a.m. vocals. I was writing this super late into the night. Bug can probably attest to that. He said, "Yeah, I heard you." I asked him, and he's like, "Yeah, I heard you sing, bro." I'm like, "Oh, great." I'm like, "What? Like, why are you up at 3 a.m.?" He's like, "Why are you up at 3 a.m.?" I'm like, "Brother, I got work to do." But no, yeah. I'm gonna sing this sort of. First off, I need to redo the vocals because they're harsh, but I don't know. I like them. So the idea of the song obviously is around. It's the root of the song is the fact that it is based on the complex emotions that I was feeling at the time of writing this. And I put a little bit of a romantic twist on it. Sort of the idea of like the things that I do in my life, the jobs that I have do not really allow for a relationship to form. I've accepted that. I'm perfectly fine. But I don't know. I really like the idea of that, and I really wanted to explore it as a concept. So it's this like mysterious figure almost, like a siren, that like sort of the song is based around, and it's so like interesting because it's you can't really like put a finger on it, but the song is just so gentle. There's no like I don't want this song to be like starting to describe any like physical features because I really want it to be sort of elusive in a way. Um, yeah, I don't know if that makes any sense. But I really like this song and how it sort of flows. The chorus is really good. Complexity. I'm not used to complexities. I don't believe in destiny, but seeing how you shine somehow made me change my mind. I don't know how this feels, but I can tell it's real. Maybe if I'm not alone, you can show me the unknown. It's soft, and it's just like yes, 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 yes. Um, and yeah, so I wanted to play around with the ideas. I have like a Google Keep doc opened right now. I'm not gonna show it because well, last time I showed up my Google Keep, there was some stuff that I didn't want to be shown, specifically about the lore of Broken Mirrors. Speaking of which, so far this is not planned to be a Broken Mirror song. Let me just say that right now. I started this just on a whim. There are no ties to Broken Mirrors at the moment. Wink, wink, wink. Nudge, nudge, nudge. Nudge, nudge, nudge. Um, will there be in the future? Who knows? But as the track stands right now, it's not gearing towards a Broken Mirrors take. I know it sounds like it is just based on the general vibe and the background of the song being, uh, as I said, based off of like sort of my internal thoughts and stuff. While that is a Broken Mirrors, um, it's very Broken Mirrors coded. Right now, it's not. And if it were, it wouldn't be in the next album. I'm gonna say that right now. This is not an um a specified character song. So with that, let's continue. We have half a verse here. The verse goes, "I've never chased a flame, got burned too much from that game, but when I look into your eyes, something makes me want to try." We gotta come up with a second like part of that. So we're talking about the idea of chasing a flame and getting burned. My thought process is we talk about the idea of like hot versus cold. So, an idea that I had coming up that I wrote earlier today on the train was I've kept my heart on hold. I've learned that I've learned that warmth can still burn cold. I'm not liking the exact like flow of it, if that makes sense. It's a little weird. I also don't like the fact that my camera is so high because I'm doing hand movements and y'all can't see them. I'm going like this, and it's just subtly out of view. So yeah, that's there are ideas that I want to convey here, but I need to be careful about them. I need to be very specific with the words I choose. I've learned a lot from Sleep Token in the past couple of months, considering I just or I've gotten fully into even in Arcadia, and I just got back from a Sleep Token concert not even a week ago. Um, Saturday, friend and I went to go see Sleep Token live at in LA. It was a fun time, extremely exhausting, but man, it was beautiful. I don't think I've talked about this yet though, live on stream. I loved that concert. The Even in Arcadia concert was beautiful. The laser projections, the lighting in general, and the set design were fantastic. Sleep Token as a band is so goofy. Like when they're on stage, they are just doing they're just doing who knows what. So you'll see them like goofing around with each other. It's funny. It's so good. Um But yeah, no. So specifically what I take away from Sleep Token is their use of like adjectives to describe. And if we're looking at a specific example, I would say "Take Me Back to Eden." The song is a really good example of that. Like if I pull up the lyrics very quickly, "Take me back to Eden" lyrics. Um, like the lyrics start out with "I dream in phosphorescence, bleed through spaces, see you drifting past the fog, but no one told you where to go. We dive through crystal waters, perfect oceans, but no one told me not to breathe, and now the weightlessness recedes." And then for the chorus, my, those eyes like fire. I'm a winged insect, you're a funeral pyre. Come now, bite through these wires. I'm a waking hell, and the gods grow tired. Reset my patient violence along both lines of the path, way higher. Grow back your sharpest teeth, you know my desire. But this song in particular, I love it. It's so good. And specifically its use of, as I said, adjectives and how it describes stuff. It really paints a picture for you, and it really gives you an idea of what exactly Eden is from their point of view, and it is so good. I know. Okay, I have been yapping so much about like the about like what music means to me, and we barely touched the song. But now we're actually getting into it. Um, Sorry, I am just Yapper 101 today. I've got so much to say and so little time to say. It's actually crazy. Holy crap. Okay, so we left off with the idea of hot and cold. I've never I've never chased a flame, got burned too much from that game. I'm not liking that line too much. The rhyme is good, but the general flow is not. So I've never chased a flame, burned too much from that game, but and I think the second line is fine, I think. Do we use it here? Okay, no, I was thinking about the chorus and if we used it. Um when I look into those eyes, something makes me want to try. I'm perfectly fine with that. It's a near rhyme. Doesn't need to be perfect. What am I supposed to put? Tries? Fries? Like I've kept my heart on hold. I've learned that warmth still burns cold. The idea coming up with this line was the fact that I don't necessarily seek anything right now. That's for personal reasons, but I'm sharing this specifically for the process of the song and how it relates to the creative process. So, sort of the idea of like, yeah, like there is stuff that I want, but I can't have it. I don't want to have it because I'm not going to properly appreciate it if I do have it. And that sort of ties back to a line in verse 1 that says, or how it starts off: I've walked a path alone, the one that I have known, walking on for hours, brushing past desires. Basically, yeah, I'm on my grind. I'm here just absolutely getting the bread. But that also means that I've been sacrificing a lot, and there's a lot that I haven't been doing in life that I'm like, maybe I should. But it's one of those cases where I'm like, yeah, no, I'm happy with what I'm doing. I love writing music, and I know that it takes up every bit of free time in my life, but it is absolutely fun, and it is genuinely something that I don't think I could live without. If I found myself like living in a world without writing music, I would probably be very upset. So what I'm trying to say here is that like the idea that music and that my work is my life and that is I'm content with that. And now I'm writing a song about sort of like what if I wasn't? Like, what if it's sort of the way that I write music for stuff like this is I'm exploring options that I normally wouldn't explore. Will it change my mind? In all honesty, who knows? It's the fact that music is sort of a bridge to another world that I can see. I was describing this the other day to Bug. I was like, I think I have synthesia, where I because synthesia is usually described as what? Can I borrow? Can I borrow $4,300? There's a really nice keyboard I want to buy from Guitar Center. It's on sale. Buster, I don't know how to tell you this. I don't have $4,300. Like, period. I just got back from TwitchCon. There was a giant hole in my pocket. You know what I didn't show off? Holy crap. I forgot to show off the goodies that I got from Artist Alley. It was originally $5,200. Oh, I'm so glad that's $900 off. Where would we be without it? Okay, so as you guys may or may not know, I am back on my Valorant addiction. And it's bad. It's real bad. But you know what else is bad? My spending habits. Because um I went to TwitchCon and I saw this booth that had Valorant skins made in real life. This is a metallic thing. It's not sharp, but it is real metal, and it came out so nice. This is a Valorant Champions Karambit, and now I just sort of fidget with it. I was vibing on the keyboard for like a good 25 minutes. It's good. Being able to express yourself through music is a very powerful thing. Anyway, so yeah, I got this, and I got 3 knives for $85. I was like, really? These high quality like metallic knives, or they just feel like actual knives, but they're not sharp, and they're Valorant cosmetics. So I got a karambit. I also got. I was going to stab someone. I can't stab someone with it. Okay, well maybe I could if I tried hard enough, but not like it's not easy. The next one I got Champions flip knife, butterfly knife. I also got the Yoru butterfly comb for Jonah. I'm not properly trained with a butterfly knife, but it is really fun, and it's got a really good feel to it. So if I did want to, I could. I could totally start using this to train on a butterfly knife. But look at that. That is incredible. So yeah, now I have this. And it's not gonna stab me. It's not sharp. I don't know if Twitch is gonna get mad at me for showing a weapon on stream. But I mean it's technically not a weapon. I could keep this on my work desk. People will be like, why do you have a weapon? I'm like, no, it's just a Valorant cosmetic. Anyway, I digress. That was I completely forgot to show that off. And I was super excited too because I was like, yeah, no, I got these super cool things. Let me put this back in here. So yeah, no, these are definitely not helping my Valorant addiction. I'm still going horrendously strong with that now. Now the new season's here. I gotta grind with Jonah. That'll be something I do tomorrow probably. Or not tomorrow. No. Originally Bug was supposed to be here until Tuesday. Plans changed. He went back tonight, and I have a day off tomorrow. So I'm gonna use it to edit the video. The TwitchCon vlog, because that's very important to me that I get that done. I need to go up on Saturday or Friday actually. It's gonna go. Friday is the new upload days for the Light channel, at least for the time being. Until I can get back on my feet with the consistent uploading of both channels, everything's on Friday, alternating main light, main light, main light. You know how it goes. Okay, once again, we've been yapping for too long. We're going back to the music. Nice to complexities. I don't believe in destiny, but seeing how you shine somehow made me change my mind. I don't know how this feels, but I can tell it's real. Maybe if I'm not alone, you can show me the unknown. Okay. So. We're talking about the second verse. We also need a pre-chorus, by the way. I have not even like touched the pre-chorus yet. I want to change up the chords for it. I don't even know how I'm gonna do that yet. It's gonna be on the same level as everything here, of like at least 4 to 5 different notes per chord. Obviously, I'll start off with the bass, and then from there I'll do something different. I don't have a, I don't have Citrus on me, do I? No, that's unfortunate. That has some on my desk. I gotta cut this off of my wrist. TwitchCon now has a policy where there's I believe it's an RFID tag in your wristband, and that's supposed to identify you getting in and be your ticket. I guess that's how it works because they got wrist scanners everywhere. So I never chased a flame. Got burned too much from that game, but when I look into those eyes, something makes me want to try. I've kept my heart on hold. Learn that warmth still burns cold. I don't want to do another but here. Learn that warmth still burns cold, but I've also got this line here that I really want to use. Um, a reflection of the sun. You shine your light where there's none. Maybe put that here. We'll try that. Okay, we're gonna try compounding those ideas together. So the whole verse goes something like this. Um, keep in mind, I'm about to play this loop, and we're gonna be a little desynced. I say this every time we do a music stream because I run off of two PCs at the moment. I got one that is streaming the music, or I got one that is showing the music, and one that is actively streaming. So we're gonna see how this goes. Um. Okay, so this is the second verse. It's the exact same chords as everything else right now, so we're not worried about where we start. Oh, I never chase a flame. Got burned too much from that game, but when I look into those eyes, something makes me want to try. I've kept my heart on hold. Learn that warmth still burns cold. A reflection of the sun. You shine your light where there's none. I'm not a fan of it there, per se. I'd rather it be on the first two chords. A reflection of the sun. You shine your light where there's none. Maybe? I gotta figure out where I want to put that, because I do really like that line, but I don't think it fits in a verse right here. Because I think the story that we're telling is... First verse is sort of my perspective on being alone and the idea of maybe having someone. Or actually, no, let me rephrase that. It's me on my grind. It's me on my uh full on like work arc, and neglecting stuff, and how there's something that I just can't shake. It doesn't even mention what it is in the first chorus. I think hang on. Okay, so I have something here written for a pre-chorus. It's every time the silence grows, something feels different. Oh, I'm not liking that. I might swap that out for the sun one. Where'd it go? Let's try that. I still don't know what the pre-chorus is going to be, but at least having that would do something. So a reflection of the sun. Shine your light where there's none. It needs to be one word, not two. Shine the light where there's none. Ignited something deep. Yeah, let's try that. Hang on. Ignited something deep in me. Uh, I feel something. I feel something I thought I'd never see. I think it's a little too wordy. I gotta figure out how to do that. Ignited something deep in me. Feels like something. Because it has to rhyme with me. I think C is a pretty good one. Um, reflection of the sun, you shine your light where there's none. Ignited something deep in me. Set something free. I'm gonna put this on loop very quickly. I'm gonna just listen to it. I have known, walking on for hours, rushing past desires. Something's on my mind, and I can't seem to find why the thoughts won't go away. I'm not here to stay. The sun where there's none ignited something deep in me. I feel the every free. I feel a part has been set free. I'm gonna put that in there for now. I don't know about that in particular. Ignited something deep in me. I feel a part has been set free. Yes? I mean, okay, so it works technically, but does it accentuate the song? Does it lift it up is the question. We're really trying to evaluate our options here. We're trying to see if this is a good pairing or not. I am perfectly fine with that as is. I'm trying to think. Is there anything? No, I don't think there's anything else that's gonna fit. Bring back up my Google Keeps page. I'm actually gonna go ahead and keep these side by side just so I have chat visible at all times. Okay. I like that as is. We need to go back to verse 2 because I'm not liking. Oh yeah, that's right. We gotta change out the second line or seventh and eighth line technically. Moonbeam ice cream. Why are you? No, don't bring that here. Get that doesn't make any sense. No, that pisses me off. That doesn't make any sense. What the fuck is Moonbeam ice cream taking off your blue jeans? What is he even saying at this point? I'm tweaking, bro. That song genuinely like makes me upset. Oh, sheesh. Okay. Okay. Let me just hear this through. Actually, no, hang on. We got to play around with this a little bit. I want to mess around with the pre-chorus. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad with just doing this. Let's try that actually very quickly, just for a pre-chorus idea. Where are we starting from again? But something's on my mind, and I can't seem to find why the thoughts won't go away if they're not here to stay. Reflection of sunshine, your light, there is none deep in me. Feel part has been set free. Not used to complexities. I don't believe in destiny. Okay, I like the final part of that. I wasn't too happy with the first part. How does this go again? Um, why the thoughts won't go away? Why the thoughts won't go away? I don't know. Ask Benson Boone. I'm not gonna ask Benson Boone why his song is the way it is. That dude, I think that dude genuinely is the definition of like a one-hit wonder. I don't think I've heard him do anything besides, well, I guess besides Moonbeam Ice Cream getting absolutely made fun of the entire time. But also, like, I haven't heard anything besides Beautiful Things. That's all I'm gonna say. That's the only thing I've heard from him. Sorry, I'm getting an email. I don't know what this is. Oh, never mind. Okay. Yeah. I'm familiar. There's a lot of very popular songs on Spotify. I've never heard them. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't, I don't particularly like seek out songs these days as much anymore. I take that back. Three of them have at least 90 mil streams. I'm sure he bots. No, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. Okay. I don't think he bots. I think like okay. So what on earth are I'm gonna look this up. What are the three Benson Boone songs? What are the three over 90 mil? Beautiful Things. Okay. In the Stars and Slow It Down. Okay, I've heard one of those songs. I don't even see Moonbeam Ice Cream up here in the top 10. That's what's that's what's hilarious. Moonbeam Ice Cream only has 135 mil. How do I know that one, but not In the Stars? It's mystical, magical. Oh, is that what the song is? Mystical, magical. Is that what's actually called? I thought it was called Moonbeam Ice Cream. I guess that just means I'm not like well versed in his music. I'm gonna play this. Yeah, okay, that's it. Like, what is that? What are those lyrics? I need to hear another one of his songs because I don't believe this. Like, what on earth is In the Stars? Why does this have so many streams? I had to listen to it like every day at work because the radio played it often. You know, I listen to I need to like hear the chorus of this because I don't know what this is. Now you're in the stars, the 6 feet never felt so far. Here I am alone between the heavens and the embers. Okay. Okay. No, but yeah, like when I worked at Chuck E. Cheese, I would hear a lot of like current day music just in Kids Bop form, and I'm like, yeah, no, this makes me really want to hate on these songs, even though I know they're good. This one doesn't sound bad, to be honest. It doesn't. Okay, yeah, no, it doesn't sound bad. Like I think Beautiful Things is fine. Like it's one of those radio rock hits, and you know that's what it is. This one sounds a little more nice, a little more pleasant on the ears. But I've not heard Slow It Down. What on earth is Slow It Down? I wanted to invite you to the party, and you walked in with those green eyes, never stolen by it's just these three, and then everything else is so far down. When on earth did these songs release? Oh, 2024. I need to hear a chorus on this. Where is it? Oh, now you're crying, you're in pain, I can feel it. Oh, I hate that I'm the reason that you're in your head right now. Slow it down, take a moment now. We're too young to drown. Deep and dirty waters full of hope is down. Let me pour you out, let me hold you now. I think that one's mediocre. It's fine. I'm not a particular fan of that one. I think the vocals are a little. I don't want to say. I don't know how to describe it. I mean, I've got no like actual beef with this man. I just don't know what the fuck Moonbeam Ice Cream means. Yeah, like I think his music is fine. I don't think it's like the greatest, and it's not the worst either. I mean, I've heard some pretty shit music. He's the 58th most streamed artist on the platform. I guess that means something to someone, but to me, I'm like, yeah, okay. But yeah, no. In terms of the Benson Boone music, like, I don't, I don't get it. Like, I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's good either. I think he's very middle of the road. I don't think it. I don't think it should be as popular as it is, or at least I don't think Beautiful Things should be as popular as it is. But the In the Stars one isn't bad. I think that one's actually pretty good. We'll add it to a playlist. Probably not, but I mean, it's decent. Flash of the sun, shine your light where there's none. Night is something deep in me. Lag? Define lag. If you're talking about my voice lagging behind the music, there's nothing we could do about that. Where's that my end? Probably not. So as I stated earlier, the computer that we're seeing the music on, this one right here. Hello. I'm at the stream. Okay, then you might need to refresh. The music that we're seeing right here is not the one on the same computer that is streaming. There's the one that's doing the streaming. This one right here. We got this one and we got that one. They're two different computers in order to sort of alleviate some of the stress load on the CPU because this computer is dying and I need a new one. But once we fix that issue and we get a new computer, then this won't be a problem anymore. We won't have any lag and it'll be perfectly fine. Yeah, let's go back to this pre-chorus issue. I'm gonna start back here. Something's on my mind. There's to find why the thoughts won't go away. I hope they're not here to stay. Reflection of the sun, lie where there's none. There's something deep in me, help and set free. I don't remember what I did that I really liked. I'll have to go back and look at the stream. Damn it. Okay, this is usually why I record my audio somehow. And that's usually a very beneficial thing as to why YouTube is running. But YouTube isn't live right now. This is a Twitch exclusive stream, and now I regret it. Okay, that's fine. We'll come up with something new. I'm gonna go ahead and put a piano part down here, just because I want to play with melodies. So, give me a second. That's not what I want. Give me Melodyne just so I can play this out. Whoa, not you. Not you. Definitely not you. I don't even know where I am. I don't know. We're farting around. We're doing something. A lot of these notes aren't even correct. Okay, I kind of wanted that. Thank you. How many syllables do we have here? A reflection of the sun. Whoa, hang on. A reflection of the sun. Will this even fit here? I don't even know if this will fit here. Hang on. Oh yeah, no shed. Here to stay. A reflection of the sun. Shine, shine your light where there's none. Ignite something deep in me. Oh yeah, do you want a VC to discuss the things we talked about in DMs? Yes, I would, Buster. Thank you very much for addressing that, because I completely forgot about that until now. I would have seen it later, but yes, I would like to talk about that after stream here. We probably won't be live too much longer, because even though I've been yapping, I have written some lyrics down. We're getting further. Once we finish this pre-chorus, I think we'll probably wrap it up here. But I'm just messing around with stuff. I'm gonna mute that for now and just keep this on loop. Okay. Let's bring this out here, and I'm gonna go ahead and mute this. It's a little bit of a variation, but it'll do. That wasn't a good idea. Let's backtrack that for a second. I like that personal. There's no A in this, is there? Let's go ahead and take that out. Actually, well, no, this needs to stay. That'll help with the transition. Once we get this sorted, everything will sound a little better. I promise. Sort of. No. Let's try that. We got some context. Yeah, it's a little more colorful. And it also adds a little bit more rhythm to this. I think I would like strings as part of this. I think that'd be really cool having like a string quartet. complexities. I don't believe in destiny. Seeing how you shine somehow makes me change my mind. I don't know how this feels. Okay, let's try this again. Hang on. Something's on my mind, and I can't seem to find why the thoughts won't go away. Maybe it's not here to stay. Shine light when the sun night deep in me. Feel apart, it's been set free. Not used to complexities. I don't believe in destiny. We're seeing how it shine. A reflection. You reflect the sun. A reflection of the sun. You reflect the sun. No, because I like the a reflection of the sun. That's not the problem here. I think it's the fact that this moves too fast. I'm gonna try. Okay, we're gonna try like splicing this down the middle. Hang on. There we go. Okay, let's get rid of that. Move all this forward. Okay. I'm gonna throw an A on top of this because I want it to sound decent. I'm gonna go ahead and soften it. I mean, is it context again? Because something's not sounding right. Like cities, don't believe in destiny. But seeing how it shine somehow makes me change my mind. I don't know how this feels. I can tell it's real. Okay, so it feels the same pace now compared to being like twice as fast. We're trying to figure out how exactly. We're trying to figure out how this works. Okay, I'm gonna make this work. Where are we again with this? Why the thoughts won't go away. Maybe it's hard to stay. Reflection of the sun. Shining light has not deep in me. Was been set free. So that's more like bridge material than pre-chorus material. I think my problem is that it starts off with two unstressed syllables. Because before it's, I walk a path alone, but something's on my mind. I'm not used to complexities. Complexities, yeah. Versus this one is a reflection of the sun. We have like the stress needs to change. Because it's I walk, but a reflection, like something needs to change there. That's what's messing me up. Reflection of. You're a reflection of the sun. No, that's not gonna work. See, I like that line though, because it's. Man, I don't think it's gonna work. Come on, what on earth is like the problem with this? A reflection of the sun, shining light where there's none. You're bright just like the sun. Maybe? But I really like reflection. The word reflection is such a nice word for something like this. And as I said, we were thinking about going with a huge inspiration from what's it called? Sleep Token and their use of adjectives. And reflection is just such a nice word. Do I have any water in my cup? Nope. Wishful thinking. Reflection of the sun. No, it needs something, because just saying reflection of the sun makes no sense. Saying a reflection of the sun makes sense, but... A reflection of the sun. Let me try this again. Why the thoughts won't go away. I hope they're not here to stay. Reflection of the sun. Light where there's none. The part has been set free. Nice to I'm not liking that. No, I'm just not liking that. There's something about it that's just not meshing well with the rest of the song. Okay, I'm not just debating if the song needs a pre-chorus or if it should just go directly in. Okay, I'm gonna actually sit on that thought for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and end stream right now because I'm a little hungry, and I would like to go eat. But yeah, no, I'm not sure how to feel about that. I'm going to sit on it. I will be back tomorrow. Yeah, I'll try to be back tomorrow with an update for it. I don't know. Unfortunately, we got no friends that are live because some of them are at TwitchCon. Actually, give me a second. I think I saw something here. Let me just make sure that I saw what I saw. I did not see what I saw. Okay, I'm going crazy. Okay, well, thank you everyone so much for joining on today's live stream. I know this was not the most conventional music Monday or music live stream, but I am happy with the fact that I was able to talk about TwitchCon and my experience there. Let's put on some music. Some actually decent music. Let's see if we have a good we do. What on earth is this shuffling? Hang on, fellas. I need to show this off. What is this shuffling? I go to my main profile. I'm like, yeah, let's go ahead and let's just hit shuffle. Why on earth did it queue up every single Deep Space song and nothing else? It makes no sense. Okay, so anyway, I wanted to play Decryption because I like that song. It's a great song. Okay. Yeah, we will be live tomorrow night with a Music Monday. I should have an update on this song before by then. I feel pretty happy with the song and the way that's going, so I'll try and write it out and see where we get to. And maybe there will be an instrumental tomorrow as well. That depends on how much time I have on my hands. But yeah, unfortunately we got no friends that are live right now, so please go check out a streamer of your choice. I know we got a few that are live around the site right now, and maybe if you want to check the IRL category, there are some who are still live at the around the convention center. So yes, thank you everyone so much for tuning in. I'll be live tomorrow night at 8:15 PST. And yeah, I'll see you all then. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Unfortunately, I got too. So catch you later. Bye bye.